Yep, I'm playing loopover by KKH, and I want to solve 20 by 20. No, I'm not joking. I'm gonna do it. Also, just gonna tell, I just beat 10 by 10. Now it's time for the real challenge. Well, here we go. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my no. Okay, here's number one. Oh no. Okay, there's number three. Where's number two? There's number two. Okay, now let's just put these up, beep, boom. Okay. Oh my gosh. I guess let's just do until here. I guess. I don't know. Or yeah, you can just beat me. Whatever. Because I don't really want to speedrun it. Okay. I just want to see if I can beat it, okay? Okay. Where's 5? Okay, there is 5. Okay, 5 up. Okay. Okay, wait. Let me adjust. Okay. Let me just adjust a bit. Okay. Oh yeah, there's no. Bruh, there's no audio on the website. Okay, whatever. I guess it's gonna be because of the rain that's gonna cover my sound. Okay. Okay, now it's still 11. Where's the 11? Oh gosh, where is 11? Where is 11? Oh my gosh, where is 11? Oh, this is a pain. This is a pain. This is a pain. Where is 11? Please, someone. Oh my gosh, where is 11? 11, where is 11? Okay, let me just count. Where is 11? Where is 11? Come on. Yes. I don't know. Okay, let's just. Okay, I guess let's just put 21. Oops. Here. Now let's try to find 11 here. Oh my gosh, this is. This is like. Okay. Oh my gosh. Where is 11? Where is 11? 11, please. Where is. Ah, there it is! Finally! I thought 11 is gonna be red though. Oh, wait. I think that's correct, I think. Wait. Oh. Okay, wait. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's okay. So it is 21. Okay. 21. Up. Yeah, that's 21. Where's 22? Hold up. Where's 22? Where's 22? Where's 22? Where's 22? Okay, there it is. 23, 24. Let's just get 24 first. With 26. 23, 24. Okay, there's 20. 23. Where's 23? There's 23. Where is 23? Oh gosh, this is gonna be like a long time. Okay, there's 25. I just saw it. Oh. Okay, 25, 26. Oh my god, where's 26? Where is 26? Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, where is 26? Man, no, I think I just waste a lot of time searching. Okay, just 26, 26, 26. Come on, where's 26? Okay, this is 62. Wait, I'm in 23. Okay, I'm in 23. I'm in 23. Thanks, 26. Not cool. Where's 23? Where's 23? Nope. 23! Oh my gosh. This is hard. 23. Where is 23? Oh my god. Where's 23? Okay. I guess I'll just cut. And I'll show like how tired I am.
Out of the roughly 1 trillion times people have
Oh, it's
witnessed a
recording?
video.
Oh, oh yeah, I also did this. What? Okay, I didn't see that. Evil. Okay, there we go. No more evil. Okay, now let's get 101. Where's 100? Okay, we have 102 in here. Okay, there's 101. Come on, 102. 102. Where is it? Okay, okay, there's 3. Uh, okay. Yep, and then put these in 4. Oh, oops. 106. Where is it? 106. Nice. This. Oh my. Okay. Okay. It's now a perfect square. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now let's find 7 right here. 7. 72. Oh, I mean 27. Okay. Whoa. Okay. 47. Where's 40? Okay. Let's find 40 and check. Has 7 in it. Where's 47? Where's 47? Okay, that's not. Oh, 47 and 147. Huh, interesting. Okay, we got 47. Now 67. Where's 67? 67. Okay, there it is. 67, and we'll put it right here. And now, one. Wait, no. You have to do the 80 first. Okay, where's 86? Wait, I'm in 87. Okay, 87, 87, 87, 87. Also, did not waste time just watching. Okay, I just like do some things. Okay, that like doing this thing and just like cut, stop this and then just cut to the video like acting. And yeah. And you can probably skip me to the end, of course. 987. Oh, there's 8. 87, 87, 87. 87, 87, 87, 87, 87. 87, please, 87. Come on. Wait, here, let me just reset color, okay? Oh, there it is! Okay, finally. Now 107. Well, I found 109. But I'm just gonna put it. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna put 109 here. Okay, I have to put 9. Okay, I have to just put 123. Okay, it's 21. Where's 121? Oh, there's so. Well, for the later ones. Okay, now it's 121, 121, 21, 121. Where's 121? 121. Okay, now it's over my 10 times 10. 121, please. 121, 100, 121. Okay, wait. Finding similar color. Nope. 121, 121. Okay, that's a that's a bit of a dumb moment. Well, that is a bit of a dumb moment. Okay, 124, 124, 124. Okay, 124. 124. You know, I'm just gonna use my finger so you can see my muscles just gonna rest there. Oh wait, I can't find my favorite number, 190 at the top near the corner. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm stretching. Come on, come on. Where is it? Where is it? This video is gonna be long for sure. For sure, this is gonna be long. 124, 124. Oh, at least I 125. 124. 124. What? Well, I just found 127. There it is, 124. Yes! Now 126. Hey, don't forget about that. 27, 126, 126. 126. Said what was 126. Oh, using my finger again. One hundred twenty-six. 126. Oh my god, where's 126? Oh my god, that's a lot of movement. Moves. 26, 126. I've searched everywhere. I still haven't found 126. Only found 162 right here. I guess color again. Nope, 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 no. Okay, no. Okay, 126. Focus on the red only. 126. Where's 126? Okay, come on. When I'm getting bored, I'm just gonna play the video and just also solve it.
The FBI lip sync operation, I have only ever received one complaint. I think it'll be good
Because
enough.
that's my
So that's all we
thing.
have to do regarding aesthetics. On the functional side of things, let's open the machine up again. I want to leave most of these components as they are, but we will have to overhaul this timestamp combiner. Why? Well, let's figure out what it used to do, and figure out what I'd rather have it do instead. Originally, Lower Quality's tool called Gentle would listen to the audio file and give us the timestamps of when I said every word of the transcript. But notice this, it doesn't just give timestamps of the spoken words, it also gives timestamps of every single phoneme as well. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So previously, my timestamp combiner just took the word timestamps and gave us a timetable for when I was discussing each particular topic. That's a single table to describe the timeline of a single attribute of the video. But with the goal of having a fully lip-synced character on screen, we're gonna need a lot more than just a single attribute. Long story short, this component is no longer the timestamp combiner, but is now the 5-way timetable creator. After some simple tweaking, it now gives us a timetable for when each phoneme is being said, a timetable for when the pose should change, which is when any of these characters appear in the transcript, a timetable for when the emotion should change, as denoted by these new greater than less than tags, a timetable for when each topic is being talked about, same as before, and a timetable for when the paragraph changes, as denoted by the line breaks. All 5 timetables will come in handy for the video frame drawer to draw its frames. For example, with the phoneme timetable, it knows that image 2763 of the frame sequence needs to have the mouth on screen, and so on. So then I say, draw frame 1, and the computer can look up what phoneme, pose, emotion, topic, and paragraph are on display at timestamp 1. Plots that all on this screen using the Python image library and saves it to a file. Then I say, draw frame 2, and it does the same. Then I say, draw frame 3, and it does the same. So on and so on. For the roughly 18,000 frames it takes to make a 10-minute video. Also, I saw all your comments last time about getting rid of the smooth transitions, and I listened. Instant jump cuts it is. And that's pretty much it. The video consolidator thingy can stay the same, so our functionality makeover is complete. As for the, legal issue, well, some people told me that I can't just plop Google images into my video without getting the rights to those images from their owners first. Now, negotiating those rights defeats the whole purpose of automated videos, and using some sort of Creative Commons library of images is lame. So I decided to do the reasonable thing and swap the Google image requester with the human image requester. This thing,
Can you give
Where
me an
is
image
it?
of an oak tree?
has been replaced with this.
Hey human, can you give me an image of an oak tree?
So I have to draw something that says, hi everyone. I only get 30 seconds. This progress bar is like my time limit, and then when that runs out, it's gonna save automatically. And there's no undo in this little paint application. It's also very laggy. There's no fill bucket, and you can't change the color. But this is just a workaround while I figure out what the copyright really is on Google Images and how I can fix that problem. Now, there's a stick figure on the left side or right side. So, I don't want to draw another stick figure because then there's 2 stick figures, but during certain cases like this one, it might make
There's
sense.
gotta be
Well,
138.
I think what I'll actually try
just
doing...
want this only.
2. Oh, almost. Okay, barely in the nick of time. Now you may think that the human image requester also defeats the purpose of automated videos, but it's still way faster than animating, and I do plan on swapping it out with something more automatic once I think of a better solution. Fortunately, I now own all the rights to everything this machine produces. Cool. Well, we've covered all 3 areas that needed improvement, so this video is pretty much done. Bye!
Wait, doesn't Carrie need to announce the 3rd letter of his secret channel?
No.
But that's the pattern, isn't it?
I already told everyone the full name of that channel.
What?
To cut down on production time by at least 50%. Lazy? Kinda. Hey, but people have done much lazier things. Lazy, kinda. Hey, lazy, kinda. Hey, lazy, kinda. Hey. It was right in front of your faces the whole time. No more silly speculation. You guys just had to listen to me when I asked you to listen to me. But yeah, for those unaware, my new channel, which is no longer a secret, is LazyKH. And if there's ever a random video I want to make,
oh my gosh, Indonesian advertisers.
palindrome.
From 0.
Hey everyone, it's Carrie. In this video, we're going to talk about palindromes, which are words that read the same forward and back. For example, both ways is MOM. And if you want to follow along, you can go to the link
Put it
up
right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's almost 30 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Some others include race car,
Okay,
stressed desserts,
141.
a man, a plant, a canal, Panama. And the most meaty one, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. One thing I want you to realize about palindromes, though, is that reading a word backward is not the same as flipping it upside down. Peep does not become D33D, it just becomes peep. I should make it really clear that this video is entirely about written palindromes, based only on the spelling of words. We don't care about phonetic palindromes, it doesn't matter how the letters are pronounced. This tool only looks at words as they are spelled. 147. So now I ask you, is the name Nathan a palindrome? Because we start with N, then A, then we have a TH sound, and we end with A, then N. So it's pretty clear to see that if we naively flip this word backward, we get a mismatch. It's not the same as it was before, and that's because the T and H flip. But just thinking about this intuitively, we know that the two letters TH together make one phoneme.
Oh my gosh.
I just only English could be represented with the single letter of the thorn. And if we put that in, this is a valid palindrome. See? It's exactly the same backwards. So what if we just imagine that the TH in Nathan is just a single letter? Just like how the parts of the letters of the word peep did not rotate whatsoever, the parts of the letter of this blue TH should not rotate whatsoever either. To represent that fusion in this tool, we just use another layer of parentheses, like so. And when we do that, the T and H are combined into a single bubble. Now when we flip it around, that TH bubble stays put, and the word is a valid palindrome in a way. In essence, we're trying to tell the program that the word Nathan only has 5 distinct concepts that we care about. The N's, the A's, and then the singular sound. What about the word aqua? Clearly not a palindrome in the traditional sense. But do you ever see Q in the English language not followed by a U? They're practically BFFs, conjoined at the hip or something. So let's conjoin them here as well. And again, we get a valid palindrome. Now we have 3 elements, so all it takes is for the first one to match the last one for it to be the same backwards. Next, the Oreo, a cookie whose structure also shows symmetry. Anyway, it's also not a traditional palindrome. Oreo does not equal Oero, but we just gotta do the same trick, and bam, palindrome once again. With the O's perhaps representing the cookies and the Re representing the frosting in the middle. But next, I want to introduce some longer words, like teammate. Clearly, it's not a palindrome because the first letter is a T and the last letter is an E. But every letter that appears shows up an even number of times, which is a good sign that we can manipulate it in some way to make it match our new definition of a palindrome. Do you want to know which fusion is the one that works? Well, all we gotta do is fuse the T with the E, and there we go. An 8-letter non-palindrome becomes a 6-element palindrome. You can see that the AMMA in the middle didn't have to be altered because it already follows a palindromic structure, if that's what you call it. We all know that in haunted houses, ghosts can appear, but what if they disappear and come back? That's right.
I guess
now,
I'm just gonna pause
they reappear. Not a palindrome, not the same as repair, return. But the dark blue Lazy Susans on top of it are turning in the opposite direction, so the two forces cancel out, and the YLI string in the middle doesn't move at all. To extend to the next logical step, notice this ILI string in the middle of the central Lazy Susan. That alone is a palindrome. So we can stack on the third layer of Lazy Susan,
67,
like so.
167.
And now we have another light blue Lazy Susan that rotates 180 degrees on top of the dark blue one below it. It might be easier to see what's going on if I break the symmetry a little bit. So let's add a few A's here and here and here. And now it's no longer a palindrome, but you can see the objects moving around as if every single layer of Lazy Susan is doing a 180. With this new perspective of the parenthesis notation, we can garner a few more mobility points on some strings we looked at earlier. Remember the Oompa Loompa shampoo? We only used 2 levels of Lazy Susans, and we only got 10 out of 18 letters moving. We can do better than that by realizing that these 2 O's in Loompa are the same and can be swapped. Now, with 3rd and 4th level Lazy Susans, we get 2 more letters moving, boosting our score to 12 out of 8. There might be a way to increase the score further, but for now, this is the best we can do. Because every Lazy Susan flips 180 degrees relative to the Lazy Susan below it, you get this alternating effect, where every odd-numbered layer of Lazy Susans rotates
I'm just gonna use my finger again.
The camera, whereas every even-numbered layer of Lazy Susans doesn't rotate at all relative to the camera. And because we don't want any actual letter symbols to be written upside down, all letters are engraved in a way into a dark blue surface, which does not rotate.
He'll gain 190 years. No
So
soaps
earlier,
yet.
we experimented with the boy's name Nathan, but now let's check out the 6-letter girl's name Hannah, which is a tried and true, typical 6-letter palindrome without any clumping required. I want you to realize that if you cut off the last H, you get a common spelling variant of Hannah that isn't a palindrome. The only way to apply simple clumping that keeps this as a palindrome is the most boring way, everything in one bubble. But with multiple layers of Lazy Susans, we can bring the Anna part, which is still a palindrome, up another level, and now we've got some mobility again. 4 out of 5 letters are moving, which is the best you can do, given that H has no partner. I think you've seen all the concepts you need to try this yourself. Take in any English word and try to get as many mobility points out of it while keeping it a valid palindrome. So let's just try it. One example that shows that there's multiple ways to try things is repeating the word Hannah, like this. We have multiple options here. We could either see this as the same 5-letter name repeated twice, like so.
Okay, fine, I found it.
When we do
Oh
that,
my gosh,
we
there
get
it
a
is.
2-element palindrome,
Oh my
where both
gosh.
elements have 5 letters within them.
Oh, this is a
Or
pain.
we could
This
see
is a
this as
pain.
6-letter
Okay,
name,
where's
Hannah,
10?
with an H at the end,
Okay,
and
10.
Anna, 4 letters. Now this doesn't work in the same way. Here we have the bubbles changing their overarching order but not changing inside themselves. But what we have to do is not change their overarching order, but do change the order within themselves. Taking it up a level inverts all these actions, so now the names don't swap their order but they both invert. In the end, which approach did better? Well, they both have all 10 letters moving, which is quite a plus. But the Hannah-Hannah solution has an average move distance of 5, whereas the Hannah-Anna solution has an average move distance of just 2.6. It's kind of like people only moving within their country's borders, which is obviously not as far as having 2 countries completely move themselves entirely. So I suppose this is the optimal way to make Hannah-Hannah work.
130, 130, 130.
So let's throw in some random words now and see what we can do. I'm going to start with the word useless, because it's always bugged me how close it was to a palindrome despite not being one. The middle 5 letters form a palindrome, so what we can do is just put them in parentheses and boom, there we go, useless. Hypothetically, we could try the word hypothetical. The trick to starting with a new word is finding any repeating letters, and in this case, the only repeating letter is T. So what we can do is realize that this is essentially the dark blue Lazy Susan, the kind that doesn't rotate. And we want the T's to swap, so we want them to rotate. So we're going to bring them up onto a light blue Lazy Susan, like so. But that's a problem because the 2 letters that aren't T's are also swapping when they shouldn't. So we can bring them up yet another level to bring them back into dark blue land so they don't rotate. And now we've isolated the T's motion and we get a mobility count of 2 and a valid palindrome, which is the best we can do. So if we remove this 3D effect, it kind of looks like the T's are 2 rocks traveling along a tunnel or maybe a railway, and that's a technique that will actually help us a lot later. Incongruous And again, the swapping letters look like rocks that are traveling along
Okay,
railways. What this means is that if your word is long enough that you feel like there's some repetition in there, you can probably form railways to help you get the job done. I live in the golden state of California, and California's got 2 A's and 2 I's. Now they're overlapping, but that's not going to be a problem. God damn it. There's 2 levels of lazy season to get the A's job done, and 2 more will get the I's job done.
Oh my gosh.
Like so. That is a lot of layers, but if we bring it back down, it's just like we have 2 railways. It's a palindrome with 4 out of 10 letters moving. Next, let's look at another US state, which is known for having a name that repeats a lot of letters. Mississippi. So again, we want to turn this into a high-quality palindrome, so it has as many letters moving as possible. There's actually multiple approaches to this, so maybe you might think to yourself,
approach 0, just try random things and see what works.
And 181. Oh, I got 182. Oh, a piece. A piece. Somebody can somebody do the comic of that, like someone being censored and then he missed the stand-up toilet and then they cried. And then, he cried.
Maybe you might think to yourself, let's just look for the longest substring that is already a palindrome.
Intuitively, flipping the longest string around means we're moving the most letters, right?
In this case, ISSI from the 2nd to the 8th letter is the longest substring palindrome. So we can put that in there and we get a step closer to what we want.
Come on, Brady.
We can improve it further by making the PP turn around. And now we have 8 out of 11 letters moving, which is the best we can do given that ISSI stays within a bubble. Now it might sound counterintuitive, but the best strategy is actually not to look for the longest substring palindrome within Mississippi. Instead, we're going to go with the railway approach I mentioned earlier. If there's any repeating letters, let's put them on a railway. And so here's our first railway of 2 I's. And now we have 2 railways of I's, meaning all our I's are moving. That's something that we couldn't brag about last time. But now, look at the letters between the I's. They're all double letters that can swap with themselves. So let's do that for the first 2 S's, the last 2 T's, and the middle 2 S's we can actually have them swap by just taking them down a level, so they have the same behavior as the I's. So with this, we have 10 out of 11 letters moving. That's 2 better than last time, and it's not with the approach you might have tried first. So here we go, Mississippi, a word that you might never think of as a palindrome, having over 90% of its letters doing palindromic actions. And all it took was a clever enough clustering of these letters so that when we flip it around, they flip around the way they need to.
Okay, 108.
Okay, I originally had more concepts I wanted to show you, but nobody wants to sit through over 20 minutes of talking about palindromes, so I think I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to buy a fiery plush so your house stays warm. But before I go, I want to show...
Are you feeling heartbroken over a copyright claim on your latest video?
Not really.
It's not you, it's YouTube.
Okay.
Heads up, most of this video was filmed on September 10th. Stick around to the end for the most up-to-date details. Okay, on with the video.
I think it just needs to be said, DistroKid is awful, and they've got a lot of problems, and if they don't fix them, this could ruin a lot of content creators both on YouTube and the music world. For those who don't know, DistroKid is an independent digital music distribution service founded in 2013 by American entrepreneur Philip J. Pudd Capital. Now, I don't know any of the original founders personally, and I don't know what their original intentions were. I'm just going to talk about my own personal experiences and my brother's personal experiences with their own content that I've created and how that's crossed paths with DistroKid unintentionally. So to set the scene, my name is Carrie Huang, and I have a twin brother, Michael Huang. And we were really inspired by the TV show Total Drama Island to create our own animated web series on YouTube
my
called
computer is
Battle
eating.
for Dream Island.
also known as
Guess that's pause it and
The first season ran
slide
from
it,
2010 to
bit more of
2012,
it.
and we made 25 animated
Pause.
episodes once a month, just in our own standing peacefully.
Oh my god,
So,
this is
as soon
so
as I found
hard.
BFDI Music's Instagram account, I thought I'll try to hop into their DMs or whatever and just negotiate, talk to them as a human and figure out what's really going on. So when I had this conversation, I tried to give them as much leeway as possible. I first assumed that they weren't even the person who did anything wrong and I was just asking questions. But I just think that throughout this conversation, the fact that they were sending me such short responses, it became very clear to me that this person really didn't want to talk face to face or just, have a natural conversation about what's happening. My guess is this person wanted to put up a wall so that I couldn't communicate with them clearly, and this was further validated by the fact that after I had sent some messages trying to get through to them, I found out on a different Discord server that they were proud that because I followed their Instagram account now to talk to them, that I must have seen their Sonic porn. So at this point, I think all bets are off. If I wanted this music theft issue resolved, I couldn't do it by just asking the thief to take it down. Like, they didn't want to do that from the start. And I tried doing it through DistroKid's customer service for weeks. And by the end, they just said like, oh, you're clearly not the actual creator of the music. And no, I'm not. I mean, it's my twin brother, but we live in the same house. We work together on everything. I was like, fine, you want Michael? You get Michael. Even though he's essentially going to send the same exact messages, the same exact proof that I just did. DistroKid was going to do everything in their power to make it as difficult as possible to get this stolen music taken down. And I think these claims of like, oh, you need to get the actual owner of the music, or oh, hi guys, remember me? I'm
Carrie knows hell.
First of all, if you're interested in machine learning, you've got to check out Siraj Raval, who's also got a YouTube channel dedicated to teaching artificial intelligence stuff. He's got an actual degree in computer science and I don't, so that tells you something. And he makes videos like this.
Hello world, it's Siraj, and welcome to Intro to Deep Learning. In this first episode, we'll predict an animal's body weight given only the weight of its brain.
You mean this thingy?
Yeah, you know what it is.
Link in the description. Anyway, today I'm gonna try to get my computer to replicate my voice. Spoiler, you won't be impressed. Before we move on, I already know I'm gonna get a lot of comments like,
this has already been done before,
and
somebody else got successful results with a different method, so your method is not worth trying.
And to that I respond, yeah. I admit I'm not the first person to try something like this.
Oh,
YouTubers,
I thought it was
Something
206.
Unreal, and John Reedman
found
have already
206.
posted impressive results of computers using neural networks to imitate human voices.
Epic. 211.
And Google itself has tackled this task too, with Google DeepMind's WaveNet program producing better text-to-speech results than any other TTS system in the world.
The Blue Lagoon is a 1980 American romance and adventure
after I
film
say yup,
directed
I
by
just
Randall
remember
Kleiser.
Yub. Okay, now let's find 12. Okay, there's 12.
Also, really advanced text-to-speech systems like Siri or
There we
Amazon
go.
Alexa aren't really comparable here.
Aren't comparable? What the hell do you mean by that, you little bitch?
Because those systems are already given which phonetic sounds and words to say. In addition, they probably use pre-recorded samples from human speaking, which is like cheating. The point of my project, and all the projects I'm mentioning here, is that the computer has to produce voice-like sounds without directly being taught concepts like words, grammar, and voice inflection. It all has to arise organically. So there, I won't shy away from the fact that I'm not the first, but hey, my goal is not to beat literally Google at their specialty. It's just to tinker around, have fun, and learn a little by building everything behind the scenes, but not really. And about me using an unconventional method, I think that's actually a good thing, because we as a community learn more about what works and what doesn't.
But Gary,
What?
what is your unconventional method?
I'm glad you asked. See, the 3 people I mentioned earlier all use the same.
Here we go again.
What was that?
Google is not a person.
You think I didn't know that?
Well, you said 3 people.
The 3 entities I mentioned earlier all used recurrent neural networks applied to raw audio samples, which just means each sample was being produced one at a time. And considering that there are anywhere from 11,000 to 16,000 to 48,000 samples per second, they're going to have to go through a lot of steps just to produce a small amount of audio. Not only will that take a long time, I heard that WaveNet takes 90 minutes to produce 1 second of audio, but it also strains the computer's ability to remember past events and discover patterns. But I mean, let's be clear. These downsides must not be too serious if Google was still able to produce bleeding-edge technology with them, right? So maybe I'm just overreacting. But I am not Google, so I have less brain power and less computer power. For the fun of it, let's try a different approach. Enter the spectrogram, one of the most simple, intuitive representations of sound known to humankind and now you. I just realized that implies you aren't a human. But I mean, that's not surprising, just look at you. It's a two-dimensional heat map of sorts, where right and left mean forward and backward in time, and up and down mean higher and lower in pitch. Lighter colors mean stronger vibrations at that frequency at that time, and darker colors mean weaker vibrations. If you've watched some of my older videos, you might be thinking,
you've already used spectrograms 2 times. This is nothing new.
Well, I see your point. Those images were not true spectrograms. Why? Well, they could only depict notes coming from one instrument, and in my mind, true spectrograms should be able to represent any sound in the world. That means your mind is dumb. With spectrograms, 1 second of audio can now be summed up with just 100 samples, instead of several thousand. This will make pattern recognition easier, but on the other hand, we've also got a whole new dimension to deal with. Also, we can't perfectly reconstruct audio out of this, but we can get kind of close. Just listen.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Take 2, Carrie here. I spent over 10 minutes talking about the science of spectrograms, but I am just not willing to animate 18 minutes for one video. If you guys want to hear that without the visuals anyway, just let me know. Unrelated, but can I just point out how innocently sweet and naive Take 1 Carrie is? So ignorant of the future, hee hee. To summarize, I want to hear my computer imitate my human voice. I say human voice as if I've got some other non-human voice. So here's my game plan. 10 Words of Wisdom is the most mind-blowing, life-changing experience on this website, but it also happens to be a great source for training data. From it, I was able to extract just under 4 hours of raw audio of me speaking in a natural voice.
I have an IQ of you plus 22, boo-boo.
In a semi-natural voice. In Python, I divvied these 4 hours into 11,168 snippets, each 1.28 seconds long. There's this program called the Analysis and Resynthesis Sound Spectrograph, written by Michael Ruzik in 2008. Basically, ARSS is a program that can listen to any wave file and draw its corresponding spectrogram by figuring out what frequencies are vibrating at what time. On his website, Michael Ruzik lists some cool experiments he's tried. Some of these experiments are only possible when you play with the image files instead of audio files, including time-stretching audio, stretching pitch intervals audio, stretching pitch intervals, turning real-world images into sound, and even converting an image of Lena into sound and then back into Lena. But anyway, the main reason why I love R so much the main reason why I and then back into Lena. But anyway, the main reason why I love R so much. Can we start over? The reason why I chose ARSS, even though it's such old software, is that it's the only program I could find that could be called from the terminal, allowing me to call it from Python. And it can convert from raw audio into spectrogram image and backwards, though not perfectly for some reasons I described in the 10-minute blurb I cut out. Anyway, I'm going to set up ARSS with the parameters of 100 pixels per second and 24 pixels per octave, giving us 128 by 128 pixel images. Small enough for hyperextreme fast, but big enough to depict what's
being said, but barely. Okay, to be honest, the resolution is so low that the audio reconstruction barely sounds like me.
Okay,
Means you guys will be eliminated. But hey, lo-fi music is back in fashion these days. Question, why did I choose a frequency range of 180 to 7,000 Hertz if my voice is only about 130 Hertz? Yes, this is 130 Hertz. The answer is that I initially took a wider frequency range of my voice, but I wanted to cut out all the stuff that didn't look useful for articulating the sounds. Only this stuff looked useful to me.
Wow, you're being real scientific right there.
Remember, I'm a tinkerer, not a researcher. I do this to have fun, not to expand humanity's knowledge. Here's my Python code, by the way. Also, there's this weird trick where you can still hear the fundamental frequency of a sound in code, by the way. Also, there's this weird trick.
On top of a flat belly, cut down to realities of your you have to cut
where you can still hear the fundamental frequency of a sound, even when you can only hear the overtones. Check it out. 100 Hertz isn't playing, but can you hear it anyway?
No,
Here it is.
not me.
This means that even if my voice's frequency is technically out of the range of this image, you'll still be able to hear it because its overtones are in range. Back to my gameplay. I fed the 11,000 images as training data into Hypergan, which simply speaking is a program that looks at thousands of images from the outside world during its training session, and then uses deconvolutional neural networks to generate new images in the same style as the originals. You guys have heard me talk about this relentlessly in previous videos, but if you haven't, check the description. Let's have Hypergan train on its own, but stop it every 6 minutes to hear how it's doing. Hypergan's gonna give us images back, but we can convert those images into audio almost instantaneously by using ARSS. So without further ado, here is the beginning of Hypergan's attempt to sound just like me.
Laser sound.
So yeah, it sounds pretty bad, but I gotta show you what Square 1 sounded like, so you can appreciate it more.
This is gonna be the longest video
2.
I've ever made. Okay, 172.
Sounds like lasers, doesn't it? Speaking of lasers, check out my laser songs. I'm such a sellout.
Okay, 192. Come on.
You might have noticed these images have color in them, which means there's 3 output color channels, whereas the desired spectrogram images are only grayscale. Why didn't I edit Hypergan's code to only output 1 color channel instead of 3? Do I have some innovative reasoning behind it?
Come on, 192.
The answer is no. I'm just too dumb and scared to change any of Hypergan's code.
192, 192.
To a lot of non-human laser sounds, but I promise things are about to change.
'96. Let's like this color. Found it! Yep, epic. Oh, final. Turn that 1 2 2 1 2 2 1 2 2 1 2 2 1 2.
And just like that,
Yep,
a muffled, somewhat metallic human voice comes out of thin air. It's not great, and you can't even make out any words I'm saying. But what's spooky is
okay, this is the
kinda tell
fast
it's me.
that I found these things. 2
Progress slowed down a lot after the first night, so I'm going to skip forward like 20 hours to show you what the final results are.
2 3. Come on. Wait, oh yeah. I went to the 4. Oh. And
there it is. Those are my final results. Like I warned, you're probably not too impressed. But audio definitely cleaned up a bit since 20 hours ago. There's less of that constant buzzing background noise than before, which you can also see visually by the background becoming darker. But that watery metallic distortion of my voice itself never went away. And I don't think it could ever go away. Again, that's because the image dimensions are so low, and ARSS as a program can't reconstruct audio with perfect fidelity. With that all being said, I do think my methodology has some benefits over the work of Something Unreal and John Reefman. Not Google DeepMind though. Google DeepMind's unbeatable. So because my base unit of time was the pixel at 1/100th of a second, whereas the other two's base unit of time was the audio sample at 1/11,000th of a second, my program was able to learn long-term patterns like voice inflection and sentence starts and stops better. At the beginning, you can hear Something Unreal and John Reefman's LSTM getting stuck on single phonetic sounds for ages.
Okay.
Since one vibration in that phonetic sound already takes up several hundred steps, a long time in the RNN's eye. I suppose this is pretty obvious, but on one hand, the neural nets looking at the microscopic level do better on the microscopic level, with crisp, enunciated sounds. It's because the crispness relies on a few of those audio samples right on the transitions of sounds being just right. On the other hand, neural nets looking at the macroscopic level do better on the macroscopic level, with my generated audio generally getting the flow of sentence intonation sounding about right. I would say their neural networks sound like a person with a stutter talking just inches away from you, whereas my neural network sounds like a person speaking coherently, but standing behind iron doors and underwater. Of course, I'd be able to say that a little more confidently if I could generate samples longer than 1.28 seconds. So I guess the video is just about over. Maybe I could talk about ways to improve this voice generation. I'm feeling a little wary of Hypergan at this point, because even though it creates images super fast, Hypergan can't understand the passage of time or cause and effect, which means it'll only be able to generate audio as long as the samples I feed into it. It'll never be able to ramble on indefinitely. Alternatives to Hypergan that maybe could ramble indefinitely are Pixel CNN, which produced that exquisite jazz music but is slow to generate, and maybe WaveNet's TensorFlow implementation modified to create images, because WaveNet on raw audio has proven to be so extremely successful. I just wonder what would happen if it could be used to work on spectrograms. The only downside is we've got a whole nother dimension to work with now. But hey, computers love dimensions, don't they? No, they don't. That's it for now. Thank you, patrons. You guys are super cool. See you viewers next time. Oh wait, 2 more announcements. 1. If you want to see sloppier videos from me, including a video that's literally 1,000th the length of this one, check out my new second channel called Humany. And 2. Computery thinks I hog up too much of the spotlight and wants to do the outro for once.
Oh, I found it! It's in here! Oh, sneaky! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, 2, 3, 2. 2. There it is. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Okay, wrong. Okay, that's it. Oh, hurry up. Also, bye. His name in alternate universe is gonna be bye. Doesn't suck in a black hole.
Hitler, and I think it's time for a Fling Back Friday. Do you like that alliteration? It took me 12 hours to come up with it. And it's not even Friday anymore. Lately on my YouTube channel, I've been delving into AI-generated music, with me posting my first pleasant-sounding pieces on March 9th, 2017.
Also me. So
but that was almost 2 months after my first attempt at music.
Okay, that took so long.
So one reason why I don't like the way I programmed the
timer
AI
goes to 100, I think.
in this game
It'll
is
go
that
to 100.
It's quite limited and can never improve on its own.
14, where's
the
14?
rules that I had coded for it are like rock solid, the rigid. So any bad habits that arise from those set of rules will never be fixed. And one of those bad things is that it can never kind of do a swoop into a platform like a human can. As I hit the platform before I died. Oh, that's even closer. 26231. Anyway, so by swoop I mean when I'm going fast to the right and I'm going to hit the platform to the right, keep my momentum and then I jump with all that velocity and go higher. The AI, since it's trained to always try to hit the middle of each platform, it'll actually slow down so that it hits the middle with the most accuracy. And then it has to speed up again once it's landed to get a high jump. And I've noticed that actually makes the jumps much shorter. Anyway, I guess the moral of the story is when you're trying to come up with a dictionary-like set of rules for the AI to follow, there will always be exceptions and nuances that are impossible for you to articulate, but that you can kind of feel intuitively. Oh, I lost that one. And that's why deep learning neural networks is so much better, because you don't even have to worry about the actual rules. You just kind of give it a goal, which is to get as high as possible, and then hope that the math can figure it out on its own. I mean, if you really want to go hard with the analogies, this is kind of like give a man a fish and he's like fed for a day, and like teach a man to fish and he's fed for a lifetime, something like that. It's exactly the same. But I mean, for something in 2010, I'm pretty proud of how well that artificial intelligence does. You know, I think at the human side, I should have added the arrow control display in the lower right.
Oh my
also,
gosh.
Even though I know what keys I'm pressing,
Only
because
one
you guys don't know what keys I'm pressing. Like, for all you know, I could be pressing a single arbitrary key, like F, that makes me cheat.
Oh my god, it's 100.
But I'm not. I'm doing the same thing. And then also the two screens will look like identical, which is, you know, a perfect way to prove that it's a level playing field. Oh, I died. So I believe Michael wrote all the descriptions below these games, which is the text you see below the SWF. And both descriptions have the word newfangled in them. It says, okay, I can't read while I'm playing, but it's like these newfangled style platforms for the humans.
Okay, fun.
And then for the AI, it says newfangled technology has brought us to a world where computers can play their own games for us. Well, it's a real challenge to play and read at the same time. Now you can sit back and relax. Well, I'm not sitting back and relaxing. But yeah, I mean, another cool thing is that the AI, we could speed up the frame rate to like 1,000 and it could probably still perform the same rate, but then me as a human, I'd fail. So the AI definitely has the efficiency advantage over me. If you think that my AI genesis happened in January of 2013 when I started the evolution simulator, well, this video is here to prove you wrong.
Come on.
Because it's a much longer history than that.
Okay,
so remember, the true date is December 16th, 2010, or whatever it was, I can't remember. Unless you count cheating AI, then it would be sometime in 2009. Oh, and if you like Super Mario Brothers, then you might have noticed, oh,
54,
the clouds and the trees in
154,
this game also have exactly the same
come on.
graphic. But the AI did like commit suicide. That's not fair. I need a blade to play with. So you check out that cloud shape, right? It's got like a big blob, kind of 25% from the left.
Okay, there we go.
And it's exactly the same for the trees. Wow, so crazy. So one facet of AC Tower science is how do you determine how high the jump height is? So you take in the horizontal speed as a parameter, but in this variation, I just have it linear. So if you move twice as fast, your jumping speed is twice as high. But because jump height is kind of the result of a parabola,
let's check a bit.
Based on the jumping speed, the jump height is actually proportional to the square of the jump speed, which means that if you move twice as fast, you jump 4 times as high. And it actually feels kind of weird because if you move really fast, oh my god,
also,
you jump super high.
So someone will ask,
I fixed that in a later variation. I'm jumping on people now.
Yes, I did.
Called combo, where it's now based on the square root of jump speed, which is proportional to. Oh, I got to the last platform.
Kind of forgot what's the English.
I got that on camera. But in the combo variation, which is an improvement, your jump speed is proportional to the square root of your horizontal movement, which means that your jump height, which is the square of the square root, is now exactly proportional to your horizontal speed.
So it will be really long. Yes, now I'm watching it up. And I'm trying to fight 274.
I see you in there. Just leave her in there for a while. You know, 2 or 3 days without food and water, and maybe she'll reconsider our little arrangement. Day 40. Game in the bottle. Open it up. Smash it. You have to smash the bottle. Lamp. Use the lamp. Take the leg off. This leg looks different right here, right? Is this a rock? Okay. Throw it at her stupid head. Hey, she caught that. Whoa, the reflexes. Mom said, nice try. I was expecting that. Mom hit my game. Give me this.
274.
Mom, there's a bug on you. Ew. Ew. Oh my god, a bug. Give me the. I'll take the speech bubble. What can I? Why do I have? I have mom's. He's cutting the bottle. See, it says clear, but I feel like nothing about that was clear. Day 41, the scale. Here's a bad grade again. There's something under the couch. We usually just look. He won't tell us what it is, but he do be looking under the couch. There's a broom. Okay, we remember last time we slapped mom in the head with that. What's under there? What is it? The scale. All right, we'll put the scale on her feet. Mom, weigh yourself. Okay. And now she's depressed about it.
Finally.
Oh, he tipped the scale a little bit. She's working out. Okay, I'll take that. All right. We just gave mom her midlife crisis. Great job, everyone. Day 42. Is this Minecraft lava? What's happening here? What? No explanation of what actually happened.
Orange carpet.
What is this here? What is this thing? Can we, oh, we don't do anything with that. Okay. Oh, these fill up with water. I'm pretty sure. This is like a water jug that expands. It's like a cube of water. Oh, I like that. What happens if you, wait, I would like to use it, right? These are like IKEA water cubes. This is weird. It kind of seems cool, though. It seems like it could be handy. No? I don't know. I like stuff that I should have no reason to like. Oh, look. Oh, what did I do that for? Stack. Okay, yes. Here they go. We put them way over here. And now they are... Oh, it moved the whole room. They're so heavy. And the game slid across...
274.
Day 43, the blue circle. Break this. Just for fun. Anarchy. Who's in here? Uh-oh. And that's the start of Undertale. That's how it goes right there. All right, Grandpa is on a circle. Oh, I took it. I took his shadow. Haha. Grandpa for sure. He's like, oh, yeah. Excuse me, Grandpa. I'll just be taking your shadow. Grandpa's like, wow, the dementia is popping today. We'll put it here. You know what I mean? Boom. Covered that up. Bam. Bang.
God, this is a waste of time. 120
put a shadow. You put a shadow on it, and then day 44, the rock. I'll push it. Curse my spaghetti legs, I can't do it. Can I take the rock's shadow? No? Okay, just trying to understand the rules of physics in this weird hell dimension we live in. Okay, dynamite. And then I'll get the fuse. Oh, I just blew that right up. Was she inside the fire? Mom, are you? You put it here. Bam. You get the stick. Boom. Get one stick. Can I have another stick? Oh, I can have 3 sticks? Oh, cool. I light it. I probably should go to the other screen, right? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me.
And you found 3, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
What if I just light this on fire right here where it is in the closet? What if I make more fire sticks? I don't know what the rules are gonna be ever. It's so confused. I really feel like you're supposed to rebuild. Ah! Okay, and then we push. Now we use the motion, the movement. Oh, that's not strong enough. We do one more. Yeah, it doesn't even need to be on fire. You use it, the movement of the sticks. Yes, and we move it. And mom just lives in here. Day 45, the line. This is the line that this game has crossed a lot of times already. What do we got? A step ladder. Okay, and there's a snake in here.
A house more.
There's one match in there. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Can we? Here's
I scrambled it.
Yes.
Oh,
I
think I give up.
The toilet cleaner. Toilet.
Yeah, I give up.
Toilet seat.
I give
Time
up.
to pee.
Thanks, Scramble. Not Coolio.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
And I think I'm just gonna go with 15 by 15 later on, maybe.
My man really said.
Well, I'm just gonna end the video here, and goodbye.
It do be like that.